Hi, Tony DeWitt here, and today we are not going to talk about the law because it's that most wonderful time of the year again. It's a time when we get together with family. We eat a meal that is usually too extravagant, too many meat choices, way too many vegetable choices. Nobody eats them anyway. Salads that are not actually salads because the primary ingredient of them is uh, Cool Whip and Jello. And then, usually a pecan pie, a pumpkin pie, some kind of cake, who knows? The Christmas meal is always something that brings everybody together, and it is a truly wonderful time of the year, at least in our house. Everybody comes in, we get to tell our stories from the year, what we did, where we went, the funny things that happened, sometimes the not so funny things that happened. A family member of ours was involved in a car wreck this year where he was broadsided. Luckily, he didn't get hurt, but that was quite an experience. We learn all about the kinds of things that people have done over the course of the year. And while we may watch a little football, the general theme is relax and reconnect, which I think is a wonderful way to celebrate the holidays. There's always football on, and there's always some kind of sports somewhere to watch, but fellowship and family are what's really important, particularly at the holidays. So I hope that each of my subscribers, whether they're Christian, Jewish, agnostic, atheist, or something else, has had a marvelous year. And I hope that you look forward to an even better year next year. And I hope that as you look back on this year, you have many happy memories and no regrets. I always try to live my life as though I won't have any regrets, even though the regrets that I do have are usually pretty minor. This year, my channel has taken off in a most unexpected way, and I am grateful and thankful for my newfound friends, and I thank all of you for being a part of the channel and for your contributions. I always say it on here. You're some of the smartest people in the world out there. You've made some great comments. You've made some great contributions to the channel. And a lot of times I go through through the comments and I find one commenter answering another commenter. So I really appreciate that. This coming year looks to have some exciting trials that we'll look at, and it looks to be an exciting year at the Supreme Court as well. I hope I can bring you analysis that keeps you coming back. Now, none of us really like to be criticized, but I have to say I've been very thankful for the helpful criticism I've received this past year, especially about the audio. I've ditched the Yeti mic and I'm now using a Wave 3 from Elgato. The software powering it is supposed to really help improve the sound, and hopefully it did. One of the people who commented earlier this year said, "Look, you got to quit making vertical videos with your camera and use the process that's on Apple, or strike that. Use the process that's outlined in this video." And he attached the video to make your YouTube shorts. And that's what I did. And that has allowed me to make lots of YouTube shorts this year, which I really appreciate. You know, if you don't get your back up when people criticize you, if you're open to it and you think about it and you think, well, maybe I could do things better, it almost always results in a better outcome. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for those of you who said things like, don't make vertical videos the way that you're doing, because you've really helped improve the channel. Please don't ever be afraid to tell me what you think and what you like and what you don't like, because if you don't say something, I won't know. Well, this week our family went to Callaway Gardens, and that's up in Pine Mountain, Georgia, and we went there for Fantasy and Lights. Now, that's a marvelous display of thousands of Christmas lights and other lights. We were pulled for a trolley ride in an open trolley, and even though the weather was frightful in terms of the cold, the lights were delightful. Now, I can't use the music that they used in this video, but I will put some music with it so you can see some of the many things that we saw at Callaway Gardens. The city of Valley, Alabama is a few miles away, and every year they bring in an old-fashioned carousel and light it up, and kids and adults line up for hours to ride that thing. We met the grandkids there and had a terrific time a few days ago. It's really something to see. Our daughter has a pediatric practice and she has some truly marvelous people working for her. Every now and again, when someone is sick or out for some other reason, I will go in for an hour or two and answer phones so that they don't fall behind. And it's quite funny when someone used to dealing with the all female staff gets me on the phone and goes, uh, what is this? And when you tell them, it's like, oh, I didn't know they had men that worked there. Just kind of funny. Yesterday, the practice office party was that day, and I fixed finger food for the festivities. Now, I did all of the food that was done for that particular party, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I brought in sliced beef brisket and slider buns, sausage balls, cheesy sausage grits with rotel, by the way, little smokies, and I made a pound cake with rum-soaked fruit. Now, everybody ate their fill and enjoyed the time, and we all sat there and exchanged stories, and then we exchanged gifts, and it was wonderful. It's always amazing to me how giving people can be. There are some truly special people that my wife works with and that I've had the genuine pleasure to come to know. Now, tonight, for my kindness, I'm making my wife one of her favorite dishes, shrimp and grits. For me, Christmas is really about family and the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. He came for us to save us, and I hope that you know him. I try to share his love through this channel every day. And yes, there are days I come up short. So as we bring this year to a close, let me ask you to do me a favor. Tell me in the comments what your favorite video of mine was this year. And if you can, and if you care to, make suggestions for next year's content if you have anything you'd like to see covered. Well, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I pray for God to bless each and every one of you, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic Christmas.